let's open the project and just have a little look around to see what we've got in terms of navigation. And the options that you have in Visual Studio 2012 are slightly different to the ones that you might see in the previous videos that are on the Moodle site. So let's just have a look and a little bit of an explore. There's my tables, which I have linked through the normal process as you would have done when you created your light switch application. All the same, maybe slightly different names to what you've been used to when you were doing your planning, but there they all are. Let's just have a look at what we got here. These are all the tables. These are the screens menus where you can do select, right click and add a screen. But let's look at the data first. I want to just look at one thing in particular, is we're going to add what's called a computed property. Now, computed property is really useful because it allows you to take two of the attributes within a particular table and conjoin them, or do whatever you like with them really, and calculate them perhaps, and offer the user something useful in terms of user interface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clubs table first. So double click it and you will see all of the fields that are now in that table. Look up here. We can add relationships to new tables. We can do the computed property that we're about to do in just a second. We can query it. We'll do querying in just a little while. And we're going to do screens as well. We're going to create lots of details screens so that we get a capacity to do our drill down. But let's do the computed property first. A computed property is one which allows you to join two fields together, or multiply two numbers together, or do things with them mathematically, so that you can present the user with a meaningful piece of information which is going to be worked from the data that you've got in the tables. Here's our table club. Now you see the club here. If you look down here on the right hand side, has a summary property. Now intelligently, the system ignores the ID in the new version of Light Switch, which you didn't do, and that's a real difference from the 2011 version you've seen in the other movies. But here the club name has been chosen as the chosen summary property. That's what we display for club by default. You can change it to any one of these, but I think that's a good one. But what I'd like us to do is to be able to join the club name and the club code together so that the user will see both, and we'll then turn that into the summary property automatically. So we go to computed property. We're going to call this one club title, and we'll join the club name and the club code together with a space in between the words, perhaps a comma. In order to create this, we go to the edit method, and this is one of the few bits of code that you will have to write, and all we have to do is we have to return bits of the information together in the form that we want them. So we do result equals this, which is the object we're working with, dot club name, press tab, then we'll do a plus, and we're going to add a space. Should we put a colon between them, another space, then add, and then this dot, and we want the club code. So go up here, and we put the C# terminator, which is the semicolon. That's created our computed property. If we go back to clubs, there's our club title. And if we go to there, our summary property can be changed to club title. So when the user sees default data for this particular table, it will now show the club name and the club code concatenated. Now there's a pretty word.